Welcome to your daily writing habit, episode number 164. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book and you're having some trouble finishing it, you are in the right place. Hello, I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., I-N-K, like the stuff you write with. So you can either just look up Christine Inc. online or christine-inc.com. Every day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and really have a success on many things in life. And they have the ability to turn a non-author into an author. They are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And if you think about it, if you just look at strip away the writing, fundamentals, productivity, and mindset, think about all the other areas of your life where you can excel or where you're able to attempt something that you've never done and learn it and become good at it by just studying the fundamentals and then focusing on your productivity and mindset habits. Think about that. Here's today's quote. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Vince Lombardi from the world of football. I'm recording this on a Monday, so hope your teams did well yesterday, football Sunday. So there's a quote from Mr. Lombardi. When I started taking circus classes, going to share a little story with you here, just about 2 years ago. When I say circus, I mean the aerial arts. What I do is lyra, which is the hoop in the air. You might have seen it in the movie The Greatest Showman and Cirque du Soleil, things like that. Well, I started doing this as a way to get in shape, and I forgot to ask if I was too old or if you needed to have done this before or any of the other kind of pre-qualifiers to attempt something new. I forgot to ask. You know what? I just did it. When I hang upside down from a hoop in the air alongside people half my age, some of whose parents are younger than me, and yeah, there's 12-year-olds in the hoop next to me. They're bendier, and sometimes they do the tricks better than I do because they're 12, and a lot of them have background in dance and gymnastics and things like that. But I'm up there too. I'm up there. I'm in the game. That's the important part. I don't think about my age, honestly. I'm having so much fun, and it's such a wonderful pursuit going after this new skill that is so unexpected at this point in my life at age 46, because, really many people my age would find all sorts of reasons to avoid taking on the circus arts as a hobby. But I've always had the type of personality where fun is one of my core values. So for me, it comes perfectly naturally. But, I can see a lot of other people would use age as a reason not to break out of their comfort zone and do it. Now, writing a book is similar to my aerial mindset, where I don't look at age. There's no age limit in either direction. If you have something to say and feel committed and compelled enough to say it, you can and should write a book. So this week, we're going to look at book writing at any age, stories, ideas, and the potential impact of writing a book at any age. So today, let's start with the youngest authors out there. I call them the Wonder Kids. And there's so many kids. I have a friend I think her daughters, they've written multiple books at this point. And I think one of them started when she was 8 years old. So this is true story. There are really young kids out there writing books. So this isn't, I think a lot of adults are like, well, what do I have to say? Should I wait till later in life when I've, learned more about life and I have better stories? Really? Because an 8-year-old wrote and published a book, and it's amazing the ideas that you have at any age. But that's what people ask. They say, what could a teenager or even a young child, what could they possibly have to write about? A better question would be, what don't they have to write about? Remember, this is the time at the young age, especially parents out there, you probably, well know this. This is the time of life, in childhood when imagination is on fire and it's uncensored. And there's these constant thoughts and ideas that have no ceilings and no limits. And they're just flooding into your child's head at probably all hours of the day. I'm sure you love that part. And most importantly, nobody tells kids, I hope, nobody tells kids all the reasons why they can't or shouldn't write a book. Now, think about it. Without any of that mental nonsense that I can't, I shouldn't, I have all the reasons, the reasons that, I probably, If my right mind would have been like, I shouldn't go up in the air and play circus, but I didn't let that, what I call mental nonsense, get in the way, and I did it anyway. Now you think about kids that want to write books, they don't have the mental nonsense. They don't have the kind of crap that, to be very blunt, that we accumulate as adults over the years that tell us you need this to do this and you need this to do that. And there's precursors and disclaimers. And it's like we're signing contracts with ourselves with all these clauses that are unnecessary. Just go do it. There's no, I guess there's no comfort zone police that are going to come put you in comfort zone jail because you've tried something and you didn't meet the imaginary qualifications the pre-qualifications that you've put in your head. So if you think about kids, kid authors, they don't have any of that. They're just like, I'm going to write a book because it's just like, I'm going to go out and play this thing. I'm going to go play. I'm going to go write a book. So think about the potential impact of that, of a kid author writing a book, and talk about understanding your target audience. Now, if you're a young person writing children's books or young adult books, also called YA in publishing, so if you're writing books for your peers, you have a ready-made reader base. Talking to the kid authors out there, you're also carving out a huge head start for yourself in creating an author brand that could potentially grow and evolve over decades. Finally, a young person who is proactive enough to write a book is learning how to develop, follow through, and complete a significant sized project that involves working with others along the way. So if your child is writing a book, they're going to have to learn to work with a team that sometimes includes an illustrator, cover designer, editor, publisher, a whole team full of, normally adults, unless there's a kid publishing company out there somewhere. So they're learning to work with others. They're learning how to accept criticism without taking it personally. What a great skill that is, especially at a young age. Imagine that, like at 10, 12 years old, you're learning how to accept criticism without taking it personally, years before you enter the workforce. I'm kind of jealous. I don't know about my fellow adults out there. I wish I, at a young age, learned how to accept criticism without taking it personally, because when you get out into the real world, it's a little bit harder. So imagine gaining such a set of life and career skills at a young age and how it might impact a child's future. So again, why wouldn't a child write a book? Why wouldn't a teenager want to write a book? So that's my age group today in my series of book writing at any age. That's the Wonder Kids. And we're just going to work our way up through all the age groups this week. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, I would love it if you would drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to do the same thing, I would love it if you would let them know about Your Daily Writing Habit. They can listen on their Amazon Alexa device, iTunes, Google Play, wherever they listen to podcasts. Let them know. Until tomorrow, happy writing.